Well, let's have a look at the Daily Telegraph's front page tomorrow. And, of course, the headliner, an incredibly powerful front page, I must say. Brace for impact. Catastrophic conditions worst in 40 years. 7-day state of emergency. Residents advised to flee from bush. Hundreds of schools closed. And, of course, the telly has a wonderful bushfire survival guide, a 24-page inside today. It's being touted as a perfect firestorm, the worst combination of weather factors seen by fire officials in 40 years, and it's set to ignite across Sydney today. More than 450 schools will shut down due to the risk today, while residents are urged to get away from bushland while they can. Scott Emerson and Dan Petrie, this is unprecedented territory at the moment for firefighting officials, and of course we'll all be holding our collective breath tomorrow to hopefully we don't get any loss of life.
Well, you're right, Lisa. I'm looking at that Daily Telegraph. In fact, we'll see a lot of papers today looking at the fire situation. I have to say, having had a look at most of them already, that photo on the front page of the Daily Telly is an extraordinary photo, and
Nathan Edwards.
Yeah, and look, and it really shows as a catastrophic, as you say, the rating, the first time since they brought in the new rating systems for New South Wales, to see for a week-long state of emergency, just shows how devastating the situation is at the moment. But clearly everyone is bracing for the next 48 hours, particularly in the next 24 hours, and how bad it's going to be.
Conditions tomorrow across New South Wales in particular, Dan Petrie, terrible. 35 degrees, strong winds. I mean, it really is getting to the point where this could be a terrible day for New South Wales unless things go to plan.
Yeah, unless we get a change in that weather system. Of course, I remember being there in Sydney, living in Sydney in 2005 and even in 1995, where there were like some very serious fires there that are quite catastrophic as well. But this one has the added dimension. It's not just in those northern suburbs, in the Hornsby area and the Upper Hunter, but also going to the Blue Mountains down to Shoalhaven. It's almost like a proverbial ring there. So unless there's a change in the weather, it's earlier in the season too, so there's a lot of dry fuel on the ground. If anything, just follow those guidelines. Don't stay at your house.
I got an email just before I came in here from the national parks in New South Wales. So I go to a lot of national parks around Australia, and saying that every national park is closed in New South Wales. Do not come there. Get out of campgrounds out of there at the moment, which shows how broad, how devastating, how risky the whole situation is at the moment.
Indeed it is, and more than 400 schools across New South Wales will be closed tomorrow, with the state set to experience catastrophic bushfire conditions. As Charlotte Mortlock explains, some HSC exams have also been delayed.
Hundreds of schools and TAFE campuses across New South Wales will be closed on Tuesday following the catastrophic fire risk assessment from the RFS. The Department of Education says it's a necessary measure to ensure the safety of students and staff, and includes schools in the most at-risk bushfire areas in Sydney, including the Upper North Shore, western suburbs, southern suburbs and the Blue Mountains. New South Wales Education Minister Sarah Mitchell says more schools could be added to the list. She's urging parents to check for regular updates on the Education New South Wales website. Tomorrow, Emu Plains will be one of the hottest suburbs in Sydney, with the mercury set to peak at 38 degrees and winds averaging around 50 kilometres an hour throughout the day.
Today also marks the end of HSC exams for 2019, but with more than 40 schools closed between Port Macquarie and Lismore, some students will be forced to sit their final exam at a later date.
The RFS is urging anyone who lives near bushland to spend the day at a shopping centre or the beach. Charlotte Mortlock, Sky News, Sydney.